So what exactly makes a successful esport? So with ESL this year hitting 1 million viewers, a lot of people in the Call of Duty community ask why Call of Duty can't get 1 million viewers at COD Champs, and I'm here to answer that question. So the first obvious thing is that Call of Duty is not Counter-Strike. They are two separate games. Counter-Strike is more geared towards more hardcore gamers, the people who are going to spend hundreds of thousands of hours to get really good at a game, while Call of Duty is more leaned toward the casual bro audience of Mountain Dew and Doritos and just sitting on your couch and having a good time. Counter-Strike is a game built around the aspect of competitive gameplay, such as games like League of Legends and Dota 2, and that is why they are successful. Call of Duty isn't built around that same model. They're meant to sell millions and millions of copies of games, so they try to appeal to everyone, so they have more of a casual demographic. That doesn't really translate well to esports. No matter how competitive you do try to make it, it's still going to be that same casual game. Also, when you talk about the success of esports, you have to look at the communities. The community of Counter-Strike and League of Legends and Dota 2 and all these really popular esports, the people who play the game are super into the game. When you look at Call of Duty, you have these people who are casuals who don't really play the game a lot, and then you have the people who take Call of Duty super serious, and even the people who take the game super serious might not know about these esports. While on the other hand, you have people who play League of Legends and play Counter-Strike and Dota 2 and all these successful esports. The people who are super into those kind of games, they know about these esports and they get super into them, because when you watch them, you can learn to get better at the game. When you watch Call of Duty esports, you don't really learn how to get better at the game. The strats that they see in pro Call of Duty, you can't really use in pub games, because pubs and competitive are completely different when it comes to Call of Duty. That is not the case with Counter-Strike, League of Legends, and Dota 2. If you look at those games, they are completely the same game. You are playing the same game as the pros, and that makes it more interesting. In Call of Duty, there are a lot of restrictions and a lot of things you can't do in the pro matches that you could do in pub, which make it a completely different game, which makes people lack interest in the esport. So what does actually make an esport popular? Of course, you're gonna have to have a solid game there. It's gonna have to be balanced and fair. Also, you're gonna have to have it really competitive, and then you're gonna have to have that close-knit community, the community that will support the esports and the teams playing, because without the community, esports are nothing. An esport can't be an esport if there is really no community backing it. So yeah, with ESL hitting over 1 million, we're seeing esports growing as a whole and more people getting into it and more people enjoying it. But will Call of Duty ever become a popular esport hitting these numbers? I highly doubt it. Call of Duty, you've been pretty much just associated with a casual gamer, and that's where you should go. That's your bread and butter. Don't try to get into esports, because that game really isn't geared towards it, and when you try to gear towards it, you're alienating the people who do play the game casually. While games like Counter-Strike and League of Legends are ultra competitive and have always been ultra competitive, those are the types of games that will thrive. The ones with the close-knit communities, the ones with the solid gameplay, the ones that are geared towards the people who are willing to put hundreds of thousands of hours in the game. But that's just my take on why esports are popular and why Call of Duty is never going to reach these types of numbers. But tell me in the comments down below why you think esports are so successful and why you think Call of Duty may or may not hit that million viewer milestone. But yeah, guys, this has been The Chosen One Inc. And if you like this video, how about you hit that like button? And if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button? And if you're new, how about you subscribe? And when this video does get 50 likes, we be uploading the next one. So be sure to smack that like button. But yeah, guys, this has been The Chosen One Inc. And as always, peace out.
Look how my mind plays.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away.
Look how my mind plays. Little bit of fame, little